Welcome to NHL Draft Pros. On today's video, we're going to continue with the community mock draft, picks 11 through 20. It's been a lot of fun, lots of votes, so let's see what the consensus is for the next 10 picks. If you want to join the community mock draft, just head to the homepage and click on the community button. This is where all the voting takes place, and we're doing one pick per day or two until the draft itself on June 28th. It's a lot of fun, so join us, please. And as always, please subscribe and hit the like button to help the channel grow. Okay, so at pick 11, Vancouver Canucks, who are they going to take? Crane Hook says, I can see either Barlow or Perreault at this point, though it feels like they're going to prioritize a right-handed defenseman. So I'd say ASP, Axel, Sandin, Pellikka. Mo Salad said, we really need a good center prospect, and Yager is pretty exciting. I'd take him over Sandin, Pellikka. And Flying Baguette, I would be more than happy if the Canucks could snag Sandin, Pellikka at 11. And the community has voted, and Axel, Sandin, Pellikka, 55% of the vote. So yes, he takes it down for number 11 to Vancouver. Check out these numbers in the SHL. 5 points in 22 games. That doesn't show the whole picture. In the actual junior league in Sweden, he was the highest points per game defenseman in the entire league. Not just draft eligible defenseman, but the entire junior league. So that's pretty impressive. He's a pretty shifty prospect. So Sandin, Pellikka at number 11 to the Vancouver Canucks. All right, at number 12, the Arizona Coyotes get another pick. And Evan says, I don't see the Coyotes picking Barlow. Kid looks fully developed. I say it's between Yager and Wood. I see them leaning towards Willander or Simashev, maybe even trading down a bit. Personally, I like Gabe Perreault. So who did we vote in? Colby Barlow, 35% of the vote. So that's pretty close. Look, we got Matthew Wood at 22, Brayden Yager at 19, Andrew Cristall at 17. So there's a bunch of close ones in this number 12 pick. But Colby Barlow, he is a shooter. 46 goals in 59 games. Wow. And the coaches poll, they have him as the best shot, hardest shot, and most dangerous in goal area. And that is throughout the entire OHL. So, and this kid is a draft eligible player. So that's pretty impressive. So Colby Barlow to the Arizona Coyotes at number 12. All right, next up at number 13 are the Buffalo Sabres. And who do we got here? I've seen a lot of people having Matthew Wood around here, so I'll go with that, says David. Andrew says, if Pellikka and Reinbacher are gone, as well as Barlow, Quentin Musty, the local kid, would be my pick. Wow, okay. I voted Wood because I think they will take him, but they definitely should not. So let's see who they voted in. Matthew Wood at 36%. Another close one, Yager at 23% and Cristall at 22%. But Matthew Wood, he put up 34 points in 35 games for the Yukon Muskies of the NCAA, and he actually led the team in scoring. So that's pretty good for a draft-eligible player. He was the youngest player in the NCAA, actually, so that's pretty good for him. So Matthew Wood at 13th of the Buffalo Sabres. All right, number 14, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Matthew Cook says, I don't think Perreault will make it this far. I could see Cristall. So Crane Hook says, at this point, likely take whoever they think is the best player. Just a question of the best player for ceiling or best player for floor. With scoring, I would say Cristall or Yager, but they may go with Perreault. Eduard Shala, I think, would fit nicely on the wing in Pittsburgh. So the community has voted, and drum roll, please. Gabe Perreault, 38% of the vote. Oh, Brayden Yager was close with a 30% vote there. So Gabe Perreault goes to the Pittsburgh Penguins at 14. Look at this, 132 points in 63 games. A new record for the NTDP, and that is pretty impressive to say the least. So, Gabe Perreault, you're a Pittsburgh Penguin according to the community mock draft. All right, number 15, the Nashville Predators. Now, it's been said that Trotz says, take the best electrifying player, don't be safe, go for some home run swings. So, let's see what was said by the community. One never knows with Nashville. Will Trotz carry on the Poyle legacy with picks that appear to be safe or take swing on upside? Well, he's come out and said that he's going to take a swing on upside. So Cristall would be a definite one, and Danielson. Cristall will be better than Yager. Yager has skill, but not the IQ, which is hard to teach. True. Probably Yager. I'd jump on Simashev if he was here at 15. And the community has voted on Brayden Yager. So they went with the safe bet, 39% of the votes. Brayden Yager's a really good two-way forward, and he had 78 points in 67 games. He's known as a shooter, but this year was a playmaker with 50 assists, so pretty impressive numbers there. But anyways, Brayden Yager goes to Nashville at number 15. All right, number 16, Calgary Flames. And who are they looking to pick? So Luke says Danielson would be a good fit for Calgary. Hanzek would be good as well. My guess is that they take Danielson, Hanzik, or Yager. Yager's already gone, so we know it's either Danielson or Hanzik. Danielson or Hanzik. Everyone's going Danielson or Hanzik. So who did the community vote for? Andrew Cristall. Went off the board. So here, taking swings. Andrew Cristall, 44% of the vote. And yes, he's put up some big numbers. 95 points in 54 games. And look at the year before that in his D-1, 69 and 61. So he's got some offensive capabilities for sure. And didn't really have like a great surrounding cast, I guess, in Kelowna. But if you look at his numbers, points per game only behind Connor Bedard. So really impressive. Andrew Cristall going to Calgary at number 16. All right, the Detroit Red Wings. Stevie Y, what kind of magic is he going to pull out of his hat at number 17? So Ishmael says, Shala is one of my favorites at 17. He drives the offense. A threat of a shot. Nice playmaking capabilities. Super IQ. Creighton Hook says he thinks they're going to take a defense, Simashev or Gulyayev. It's Willander at 17. I take Willander. So a lot of people voting for Willander here, a defenseman. And the community has voted, and they are going to go with Eduard Shala, 44% of the vote. Now, he was really high rated at the beginning of the season, kind of dropped, only had 14 points in 43 games in the Czechia League. So internationally always plays well. And yeah, you know what? His draft rankings, they're all over the map now, especially as the seasons progress. But needless to say, the community has said Eduard Shala at 17 to the Red Wings. All right, number 18, the Winnipeg Jets. So Elron said Nate will be skating with Berard in a year or two. I highly doubt Danielson falls this far. I think Rangers should pick up Nate Danielson. And then how is Danielson still available? Okay, so everyone's kind of leaning towards Nate Danielson at number 18 here. And the community has voted. Nate Danielson, there it is, at number 18 to the Winnipeg Jets. And Nate Danielson, big kid, 78 points in 68 games, really responsible two-way player. And he led his team, the Brandon Wheat-Kings, in points in 78 games and was a captain. So he's a leader too as a draft-eligible player. So pretty impressive stuff right there. And he goes to the Winnipeg Jets at number 18, Nate Danielson. All right, the Chicago Blackhawks have the number 19 pick, their second pick, after getting first overall. And what are people saying here? Matthew Cook, I'm really hopeful for a trade up. I desperately would love to add Oliver Moore. If Simashev is there at 19, I think he'd be a pretty smart pick. Ryan, Gavin Brindley or Riley Haight, I would say. Brindley is a great skater. Also, he's teammates with Nazar, so that's a good one. Blackhawks Director of Amateur Scouting has said he's putting their focus on forwards in the first round of the draft this year. He said they took Korchinski last year, so Brindley or Hanzik. All right, who did the community vote in at number 19 to the Chicago Blackhawks? Dmitri Simashev, the defenseman, the right-handed defenseman, big D, kind of raw, had 12 points in 33 games in the Junior Russian League. He's an interesting one. People are liking his defensive play. Does he have that offensive upside? Hard to say at this point. Hasn't really put up big numbers the last couple of years. So regardless, Dmitri Simashev to the Chicago Blackhawks at number 19. All right, and the last pick on this video, the Seattle Kraken. Who are they going to take? Musty is a solid pick here. Here I like Gulyayev, Frank Castle says. Seems quite unlikely Willander lasts this long. So we're going to see, are they going with a D or forward? And the community decided to go with Mikhail Gulyayev, 32% of the vote. So defenseman to the Seattle Kraken. He's a shifty offensive defenseman, 25 points in 22 games. So yeah, that's a pretty decent pick. Smaller though, 5'10", 5'11", so not, the prototypical D that they want, bigger D. 25 points in 22 games in the Junior League in Russia. He led the league in points per game, 1.14. So pretty gifted offensively for sure on Gulyayev. He goes to the Seattle Kraken at number 20. And like I said at the beginning, if you want to join the mock draft, go to the homepage, hit the community button, and cast your vote on all the prospects. We're going to go right down to the draft on June 28th. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And please subscribe and hit the like button to help the channel grow. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Cheers.